What up everybody, it's Ronan here with the first of a series of tutorial videos I'm putting together as I work towards my OSCP. Today we'll be hitting up Bravery from VulnHub. It was a pretty fun box, had me stumped quite a bit, but thankfully with the power of note-taking I was able to pull through. I broke the video up in steps. I have a stutter and I hate it, so hopefully the audio is synced up. Now, without any further ado, let's get it. Okay, step one for each pen test that we work on, we always have to start with an in-map scan. How I normally like mine is by running SV for verified versions, SC for all scripts, OA for output from everything. Use P-P. Main reason why I like to use this one is I've run to one too many situations where a port that I should be working on is not in the top 1000, and so to kind of make everything even more simplified, I just decided to say screw it and just leave that in there. Okay, and now that our port scan has finished, let's go ahead and look at what we got here. Now we have, starting from top down, 22, how SSH, saying that it's open. I always skip this. This is a complete waste of my freaking time. Number port 53, we do see that that is open. Port 80, we see that that is open, running Apache. We also see that Port 111 is open too. This one is going to come in handy a little bit later. I like to scroll down here. See, we have 4443 is also open here, as well as 445 for SMB, and then we have this here. So this NFS that's open right here. This is one that we're going to need to take a look at and keep in our booty pocket. Now this one over here, port 80, shows another HTTP is being open, and we have some other ports that are open here that we'll be looking at shortly. Next step that we do is running a directory search so for the ports that we found, which is 80, 443, and 8080. This one we're going to be using GoBuster on it, and it's going to be used in two different ways. One for 80 in port 8080, and one a different version of a couple of switches that we're going to be needing to use for port 443. So for a normal search, we're going to go and type in GoBuster derf. If I can type this flipping thing correctly, there we go. For tools, sec list. I'm just going to use a small one just for issues and giggles and whatnot. And I'm going to specify the URL as that, and using -R to follow redirects. Word list was not set. Oh my freaking god, because I forgot the dang -W. Shame on you. Okay, and while we're running that, I'm going to show the secondary way, which is going to be exactly like this, but a little different for port 443. So let me go ahead and highlight this right quick, copy and paste right over there. I'm going to put this on HTTPS, and before I forget again, -W, scooch all the way to the back here. Now, one thing we are going to add on here is two switches. One, -K. This is to skip SSL cert verification. And -Q, quiet without that damn noise. Because this will be creating a lot of noise. He's going to get bombarded with a whole bunch of cannot connect messages, and it's ridiculous. I'll just leave it at that. So now here, it looks like for the scan on port 443, this looks like it is just about done. Has just a lot of numbered pages here. There we go. And we have an uploads, a contact us, and an about section. Kind of the same thing that we got right here. Let's go ahead and take this one, change that one up to 8080, keep the -R to follow redirects as always, just in case, and this one gets us some different stuff here. We still have an about page, but we also have a public as well as a private. It's going to be very interesting to see, and we'll take a peek at these in the next video. Okay, now on to the HTTP. So far we have had three different ones. We've had one on port 80, we have this one using HTTPS, and we have this one on port 8080. Now, from both on the HTTPS and the port 80, we've had just these three main ones here. And we have about, contact us, and uploads. For the ones that are numbered, they just produce a number. Really nothing. And let's see, check out what's on the about page. Huh. What is that? This is something that's good to peek at there, which has completely wasted my time. And now let's check out this next one, which is the contact us. Okay, contact us on our hotline. Number is probably 8675309, you bastards. And we have an uploads page. Here, looks like that we have something that we could probably work on here. Now, before I want to go through here, I want to look at what was on the one on port 8080 here. And take a quick gander at what was on that. Before doing any digging in on rabbit holes, just want to make sure that have our basic foundation covered. So let's go take a peek at public. Okay, this looks like a good site. We may need to navigate here shortly. And next up we have private, which, crap in a hat, I hate you. So we're not going to deal with that one. So let's see. Let's dig through what's on this uploads page here. Alright, let's go over to start from the top, work our way down. Nada. Nada. Internal. Always make sure to exhaust all clicks so we know we've done everything. Kiwi ain't got nothing. Hello, what is that? Let's go ahead and take a peek at that right there. Remind Jen to set up my Cuppa CMS account. Okay, who's that? And it looks like we have something to work with here. Alright, check that out in the next video. Okay, so now that we know that they run in Cuppa, let's see what Cuppa that Cuppa could find in this Cuppa. Ooh, look at that. We have a Cuppa CMS alert config field LFI. Let's go ahead and pull that bad boy on down here. And I have already downloaded this to my Bravery folder. So let's pop this open and see what it is. Now, according to this here, it says that we might be able to include local or remote PHP files via this link here. And going up to this vulnerable parameter of URL config. So we can use this, but damn it, Jimmy Crackhorn Shaka Khan, we have no idea where Cuppa is. So in order to fix that, we're going to have to do some more digging. Now, one thing that we are going to use here is enum for Linux. Could definitely use SMB client as well, but safety first. Yeah, fuck safety. Give me all of it. Hey, look at this. Just spotted an anonymous and a secured folder. Alright, wait for this to complete here. Oh, look at that. Looks like we got two users. A David and a Rick. Alright. Now we got some people to work with. and some places to go. Let's check that out with SMB client. Going back to our previous scan, we did see that we did have a couple of shares available for us to take a peek at. That we're going to be using SMB client for. So what we're going to be doing is going SMB client -nl and the IP address of where that is, if I can type it correctly, and the name of the share. So for, let's see what we got here first. Why in the hell are those two that damn close? There we go. So we have two here. We have anonymous and then we have secured. So let's go ahead and take a peek at anonymous first. Oops. There we go. I ain't got no damn password. Alright. Now we are connected. So we're going to run a quick ls. See what we got. We have Patrick's folder, Kiwi's folder, Genevieve's folder. Okay, so now we see who Jen actually is here. Then we got David's folder, Kenny's, Sarah, and readme.txt. So let's take a peek at what the readme.txt is. So how we're going to do that, we're going to go ahead and run the command get. Go ahead and pull that down. Exit this here. Alright. Readme. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do? Let's see here. Internal file sharing system across SMB and okay, Genevieve the Brave. Fantastico. And do we want to check the rest of these folders? Nah, I don't think I want to. I don't think there's going to be much anything in there. But for issues and giggles, let's go ahead and find out. Let's see. Let's take a peek at what you have. This freaking crap. It's supposed to be in quotes. Damn your movies, work, play. Seeing how all these are zeros, you must not do any of those. So, one thing that we did remember is that this bad boy is open. And this, we can use this as a way of seeing if there is any additional data that we can't see yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to mount that. Sorry for the confusion clicks there. We're going to mount this to here and see what we can pull out of there. Yeah. Next up, we're going to be taking a peek at NFS and mounting that onto our system here so we can read those files locally. But in order to do that, we need to actually know what's there. And the command we're going to be using on that is going to be show mount -e and the IP to the client. So here we have this mount point here. So we're just going to copy that. So we're going to create a temp folder, which I have here. And I just confirm that that's the folder that I'm going to be sending this to, and make sure that we are not in the temp folder that we just created. So otherwise this will not work. So what we're going to do, we're going to type in mount -t in FS, the IP address of the server there, here, and I'm going to put that share name and put the path to our share folder. Okay. Now we're gonna CD into our temp folder there, and blue. We have data. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a peek at this one by one to see what we got here. Let's go ahead and cat out David. That's how you properly spell. I don't know what the hell that was. All right, looks like that we have a development secret page somewhere laying around. Reminder to tell Patrick. Oh, I thought that said Swayze. To replace development secret page with DevOps. Alright, so there's that. And let's see what this discovery is. Discovery. Remember to look around you. Not really something that you say to paranoid people. Next, we're going to go with enumeration. Enumeration is at the heart of a penetration test. Damn right it is. Now, the next one we're going to go check out is explore. Exploration is fun. Depends on where you go. Now let's check out Genevieve. Let's check out Genevieve. Hi all, this is Genevieve. We're still trying to construct our department's IT infrastructure. It's been proving painful so far. If you wouldn't mind, please do not subject my site to any load test as of yet. Okay. So it looks like we have another URL we can check out. So let's keep that one in our booty pocket right there, and we will keep going. Passwords.txt. Ooh, that might look like there's something in there. Hey, damn it. Password should not be stored in clear text. Yeah, well, duh. What in the blueberry fork? The supercalifragilistic. Okay. Oh, it's the keyboard. Alrighty, alright. Let's see what you got to say. Sometimes the answer you seek may be right before your eyes. Well, thank you, Confucius. Alright. Ooh, we have another README file here. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that. Okay, for use the Bravery machine. Use your Bravery machine subject to the following conditions. You obtain your Bravery badge. I've earned a couple badges in my Cub Scout days. I think that'll do. What is this? More inquiries. Please log in to CMS using the correct magic word. Good tech. Okie dokes. So we have our anonymous down, and we have one more to go, which is the secure disk. So we just finished checking out the anonymous folder. Now we're going to go ahead and hop over to the secured folder. So let's start with our current list of users that we've found so far, which are David, Rick, and Genevieve. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and connect over to this other shared here. So we're going to go SMB client. And we're going to go on with the username of David. Fat finger. Fiddlesticks. Can't really log in as David if you don't know his damn password. So how do we figure that? Didn't that Confucius say something about that? Let us try this out. And look at that! we have a valid connection nest, and ooh, and we have stuff to peek at. Okay, McDokes. So, what we've seen here, these two folders here, files, sorry, these are exactly the same as the ones that I had already placed here. So, that information is going to be precisely the same. I just wanted to go ahead and show this just to see how we were able to guess the password by using the confusion, not really confusion, it was fairly obvious, the data that was in this file right here. So we can go back to the temp folder we placed these files in, and we can go ahead and cat David back out. And as you can see, it has this here, and the Genevieve folder is one that we need to definitely take a peek at, as we see that she has a page here. Alright, and we will be taking a peek at that shortly. Alright, let's keep it moving. So, as we've last seen, we see that Genevieve has a page here, and we looks like that there's a development page, but we don't know where that might be at. I want to hold off on this one first and go straight over to here to see what that gets us. Now, here was the first main public page that we saw on port 8080s. Then normally, like what I like to do here is I like to just flip through each link and see what they all present and where they will all send me to. These will just navigate me down these other pages here, the contact section. One other thing, secondary, that I like doing is like to go to view page source, just to make sure that there aren't any hidden data, notes, or anywhere around here that I should be paying attention to. And this has a little bit more on this back end. What is this? Daddy said nada. So, I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. Now, check out the Genevieve page here. See what the hubbub's all about. Let's see, we have procurement, finance. You go nowhere. You go nowhere. You go nowhere. Index HTML, that's where I'm already at. Okay, looks like we done pissed off Batman in here. Alright, let's keep it moving. Alright, looks like it's under this UIC.html, so we ain't going anywhere near that. No. Wait a minute. There we go. Looks like we found the cuppa. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Sanity check. Just to see if there's anything hidden in here. Does not look like there is. Which means we get to break into this thing. So let's head back over to that cup of exploit that we found on Searchsploit. Okay, moving on. Back to our exploit that we discovered initially, where the exploit goes through this file path here, through this vulnerable parameter here. So what we're going to do, now that we have this Cuppa page pulled up, is we're going to check out LFI first to see if we can see this local file here. So we're going to copy all the way up to the, to the alert section here. As you can see, Cuppa's already there, so it's just filling in that gap here. And as you can see, we have the results for Etsy password listed right here. Now that we've confirmed that we have local file inclusion, let's switch it up to RFI for remote file inclusion to see if we can get a reverse shell on it. So what we always like to do is go straight to one of my tools section just in case, and that's going to be right in here. And you're going to start right here. I have my PHP reverse shell right here that I renamed to just simply PRS.php right there. Now we're going to start our Python listener, Python 3-m, HTTP server. Hit enter on that. Got it running on port 8000, which is good. So now we're going to go ahead and pop up here. First and foremost, we need to set up our Netcat listener. Almost forgot about that. Since we're working with a remote shell, first thing we always want to do is to get a Python listener set up immediately. Now, our PHP reverse shell, let's check out what we have in it. There's only two places to put all of our focus on, which is A, the IP, and B, the port. As you can see, I have my local IP address out here, going on port 4444. Sorry, I had to count that out loud. Damn it, should not have had the need to do that. So we're going to set this Netcat listener on quad 4. That's what I'm calling it from now on, so I don't confuse myself no more. And hit enter right here. Now, here on this page, we are going to call our PHP reverse shell by clearing this out and entering our text box information, port 8000, prs.php, and Excelsior. We have shell here. Now that we have our reverse shell, we're going to go ahead and hop on to privilege escalation after we navigate this bad boy and see what we can dig out. Oh boy! Now that we have our shell here, now it's time to do some poking around, and then we get into the privilege escalation. Now, at first glance, what we got here, local.txt. So, go ahead and take a peek at what's that. It says, congratulations on obtaining a user shell. Captain Obvious. Yeah, but it is still a good feeling to see that though. Now, when it comes to Linux systems, I always had a very major problem trying to get this whole privs stuff and uploading files to start. But I noticed a little key tip here. By simply navigating straight to the temp folder, I don't have to worry about permissions at all as far as where I can and cannot write to. So I can take my privs scripts here and easily upload them bad boys, no problemo. First I need to shut this down before you cause me some problems that I don't want. Now we're gonna go to this one here that I like to use the most, Linux Smart Enumeration. So we're going to go ahead and CD into that. Make sure that file's in there. Start up our Python web server. Once I type in Python 3-m HTTP server. So now, let me go back over to, I'm just going to put these two together so I don't confuse myself again. And I'm back over to this folder right here. I'm simply going to go use wget 8. What the flapjacks? Okay, got my own damn IP. And the file is lsc.sh. Go ahead, hit enter right here. Confirm that it is right here. Now, and always, whenever you upload anything, always confirm that you have execute permissions first before attempting to run it. Now we have that put in right here. We're going to run our Linux Smart Enumeration by running a command right there with a level 1. This is going to be a thorough scan. So instead of it just giving a list of stuff that was pass or fail, I think that's what it says, it'll just give a way more detail as far as everything that it finds. And I'm going to output this into my LSE results.txt file, and we're going to let this run. Okay, now that we got the results from our run of this Linux enumeration tool here, let's go ahead and take a peek at the results here. One of the parts that I always like looking at is where the SUID binaries are and if we can touch them or not. Now what these mean is that we can run any one of these commands under the context of the root user. Some of these are tricky, some of these are pretty straightforward, and the one that I'm liking the most is the copy command here. Now one might ask, why? Well, this means that we can copy data as a root user, but how the hell do we pull that off? Okay, so far we only have one user account that we can try to use, which was for the user David, but why? If I can just do this, and I can remember back from our LFI command that we used, we were able to look at Etsy password. So why can't we just edit the Etsy password file with our own user and then just copy that over instead? Let's go ahead and check that out. So what I've already done was I went and printed out the Etsy password file here, copied the contents of that, put that over onto my machine, and already added it. So the steps that we're going to do in order to do that, to create a root user, we have to use the OpenSSL command. And how that works is we're going to type in OpenSSL PASSWD-1-salt, the user that we want to make here, and the password that we want to give it. And just do that. And this is going to generate the salt here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add this on top of the root permissions, or the same permissions of the root user, I should say, my apologies, to the bottom of this file here. So from here down is what we're going to add on to here down. We're going to take the salt, add that whole line right here, then add this, the end of hours, save that. Since I already have it saved, I don't need to worry about that. Once my ass can remember where I put that damn soy. Oh, you're right, I closed it already. So what we're going to do here, we are going to go to this folder here. Let's just clear it out, make it nice and neat. And I'm going to restart our Python server. I could add it on to a different port, but just for I can get the steps right in my head, I'm just going to do it one by one until I know how to type correctly and speak at the same time. So yeah, Python 3-n http-soiva and spin it up. Now on our target machine here that we're on right here, we're going to go run wget again and copy that password file. if I can get the flapjacking IP address in here correctly. Okay, there we go. There we are. With that right here. And we're going to do down in this password file. Oh, wait, because where am I at? I'm not in the temp folder. You flipping stooge. So we're not typing all that out again. No. We're just going to copy paste. A little bit of copy paste right there. That should do it. Pretty little file sitting there. As we can see here, this is our password file that we just uploaded. Now we're going to run, now that we have confirmed that we have set UID binary for the copy command, we are simply going to copy this to the Etsy password folder. Now this one is going to go through no problemo. And now all we have to do is simply switch to the user that we just created. Because I spelled it wrong, you flippin' flapjack. Like that. Log in. Dang it, just totally forgot the freaking password that I just put for this thing. So what I'm gonna do is try this again. Oh, now you want to start blinking? Okay. Where was I at? Dang it. Oh, there we go. Oh! And look at that. Should have just done that as a blank prompt. And so sorry, I did not mention it. And since we have a prompt here that's blank, best way to clean this up so we don't run into this situation where we almost freaked out and almost had an anger attack, we're going to have to make a much better shell from this here so we don't run into this. So we're going to run python-c import pty spawn with a little bit of bin with the sh on the booty of that, and one of these and one of those. There, looks a lot better. Now that we have our shell that works, I'm going to confirm that we're a root with that. And as DMX said, well, not who am I, what's my name? Thank you. I know Snoop said it too. That was the first thing that came to mind. So let's go and take a peek back here. Gonna go CD back before, and look at that. CD mother flipper type. There we go. CD root. Syntax error. Fingers fat. Down out. And check this out. We have a author secret that I have to run that with first. culos, and our proof. Congratulations on rooting Bravery. Right on. So, that was our very first tutorial walkthrough video for the virtual machine Bravery. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to be working on Pluck next, and I will see you guys soon.